Again, thank you so much for your goodness to us. Another opportunity to serve you. And the city here, we just ask, Lord God, you give us wisdom, insight, understanding, discernment as we seek to make the decisions that are in the best interest of our city. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to welcome each and every one of you to our call to order here, the City of Stanton, the regular meeting at Stanton City Hall, November 13th, 2025 at 6 p.m. First item is the approval of our October 9th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion for that?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. This time we'll turn to public comments. Again, you're going to safely come to the podium there, state your name and address, and then kind of the topic you'd like to talk about.
I guess that'll be me. Missed you last month. I was busy doing other things. I have some things I still have issues with, but today I'd like to just talk about freedom of speech. What I do every month when I come before the city council and I make my statements of things that I would like to see changed or improved on, that's free speech. I'm not terroristically threatening anybody with anything. I want the betterment of our community. And I would like to hope that the people of our community could understand the difference between free speech and terroristic threatening. It's a huge difference. And I hope that people will start understanding what it is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, anyone else? Okay, we'll move on then to the mayor's report. Just kind of bring you up to date on some things. Most of you recognize that our sewer project is ongoing. I think they're just about to finish there at the Kroger. They're taking all the signs down, trying to straighten it out as much as they can.
It didn't seem like it was that big of a problem. I mean, of course, I might not have been there in the busiest
Thank you.
time, but
There's only a couple times where it backed up, to the school and stuff like that. So it really was.
People understood what was going on. There was a pretty good job by you guys.
Yeah,
getting that.
we got it out as best we could. With regard to like the pump station or the lift stations, they've had a little problem with getting pumps, but they are scheduled to ship on November the 20th. And then the control panels also, they've had a little difficulty getting those, but those are going to ship on December the 8th. So it looks like they asked for an extension, so we've given them an extension through February 2026. So a 90-day extension. They should be done before that, but they just want to be safe, for that. So we've given them that. Other than that, everything there looks good, and hopefully then, like I said, they'll get that taken care of. Some of you, I know there's been some discussion about what is a city street, what is not a city street. So if you look, and you can bring this up, this is where you can go, and you can find out whether it's a city street or whether it's you got it, Ann?
Yeah, that's the map there, so you can go to the website. What is the website on there,
Yeah.
Mayor?
The website is maps.kytc.ky.gov/local road.
Yeah, and then up there in that little search bar, you can type in any street in the city limits. It'll bring it up, and then when you click on it, it'll tell you the distance of it. If it says city street, CS stands for city street, and then it has like, anytime you click on it, it'll have like all the details of what kind of street it is, whether it's city street, county, state.
And it'll give you the distance too,
Yeah.
in terms of that.
Do we have a link on our website for that, or can we do that?
I can put it on
Yeah.
there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
We'll link that for you.
Yeah.
How does that get updated? I'm guessing that's what he does. 911, you
The
submit that
state
to GIS.
oversees this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know, but I mean, they pull from our data.
Yes, yeah.
So, again, if you want to know whether it's states, whether it's a private, you'll find that too on there. So just, all you gotta do is hit on the street. Okay, just a couple of, 3 things have been completed. The Halls Lane sidewalk has been repaired, looks really good. You've been really appreciative of that. Also, that 213 up there by UPS, that's been repaired, also completed. And all the patching has been resurfaced, the areas that we had kind of targeted, that's all been completed. I think yours, Tommy, has been done, correct?
Yep.
And you're happy?
Yep.
Okay. So to make sure.
With the blacktop.
Yeah, they like that, okay. And- But just an update on the fire hydrants. They've so far flushed and GPS 54 of them. And now they're working on others going east from all the red lights all that way. So they're working on that. Hopefully they'll get that done. They are going to hold off on the painting of those until next probably spring, unless they get some really nice, weather, which at this point in time, who knows? It can fluctuate quite a bit. So
But
they've
they
done
are
it.
going, they are going to put black if it don't work, right?
Well, yeah, that'll be the fire department.
And
they're-
we'll get a report. right?
Yep, you'll get the report and all that. So it's great to see where they're located on the GPS. So I've got some of that, but I was going to wait till we get them all, and then I'll send you guys that. The maintenance building behind us here, concrete, the shell, the framing is done. The garage doors are ordered, and we'll be moving ahead with electrical, HVAC, and plumbing here in the future. If you haven't seen it, stop by and see it. It's really nice for our guys. Marshall Street, tomorrow they're going to let us know whether they are going to do asphalt. So the possibility looks like they're probably going to delay it till the spring. But continue to do as much as they can. Weather lately here, we've got a lot of rain, and that's kind of slowed them down. But it looks, it looks good once they get to that point. Any questions on that? And then the Paint Creek Water Project, bids will be going out, and we'll be opening the bids here on December the 10th at 10 o'clock. So that's coming up fairly quickly. Okay, the next item is a zone change. This is the old dry cleaner location there on Breckenridge. Some of you are familiar with that. Zone change recommendation from B2 to R3. So, Ann, anything on that?
No, the property owner, John Brewer, had come to there asking for a zone change to R3. He's hoping that it helps sell the property and maybe expand some of its uses, because it went from single-family residential to multifamily.
So single family, but what I couldn't hear.
I mean, B2 is business, but he debated on going between R1 and R3, but he decided on going to R3 because it's multifamily.
So you put a duplex on there?
Yeah, duplex
Yeah,
and
duplex.
apartments.
Like duplexes instead of?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that the best thing for the city?
I mean, we do need housing, I think,
Is that in our plan?
It's in the comprehensive plan that we need more
Yeah,
housing because the city's
and-
growing.
Across there beside the elementary school, they're looking to put 18 unit, am I correct, 18 unit townhome
What they're
there.
talking about maybe doing and submitting a development plan, it's that big house that's right beside Stanton Elementary, tearing it down and putting in a bunch of different housing there. So in that area, they're developing into multifamily.
Yeah.
I have a question. I don't think it ever came up. I think I talked to some of the people before, but that used to be a dry cleaner.
Yeah.
They used a lot of really, really bad chemicals. I know the state does not require any testing of the soils. My question is, if that becomes a multifamily property and somebody gets sick from the soils, do we have any responsibility to that or not?
I would think if it was something that was required, I mean, if it was considered hazardous, the state would have wouldn't make anybody do soil.
And it would be on the responsibility of the property owner.
Property owner soil samples, because like if there's like a leak for a gas station or anything like that, they have to be tested, but I wouldn't,
Then it would go all back on John Brewer if there's ever any problems that come up on that, correct? Okay, I
but
just want
that's
to make
not
sure
been,
that.
that's not been, I don't know how many years it would be, because that's not been a dry cleaner for how long? 20 years?
Yeah,
Early
that-
90s.
But that stuff,
Maybe longer.
that stuff is.
Early 90s.
High test,
Yeah.
chemical
maybe
issues
longer
in
than
there.
that.
I don't think, as far as the zone change, that, as far as that falls on us for anything, but will you explain the difference between R1 and R3 just real quick for me?
R1 is like literally just single
Just
family,
one
one
single
person.
house.
R2 is more for duplexes and single family. R3 is single family duplexes and then like condominiums, apartments.
Gotcha.
It allows combination of both.
More than two.
Yeah, yeah.
It could
Well,
be
it
any
seems
of them.
like to me, if you done a simple soil sample, that would, resolve the problem and find out who the problem would go to, instead of, whoever the property owner is. A
Okay.
simple soil.
Okay, I think we'll just move on here. Do I have a motion to change 570 Breckenridge Street from B2 to R3?
I'll make the motion.
And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We have several readings. Some of them I think you should have with you. We have our first reading of an ordinance annexing to the city of Stanton. Let's see. Oh, is that, we're repealing, is that what we're doing? Oh,
And actually it's under,
have I got, maybe I got the wrong one.
no, it's not a repeal, we're fixing the annexation.
Oh, this first reading of the
Yeah, the first read-
annexation.
yeah, of the-
Correction of the
Yeah.
Emmanuel Baptist and Davis and Davis, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
you should have that there.
And I can explain that further
Yeah,
if
would you
anybody has
please?
any.
This
So originally, when this was done, it was in '02 was the first one, and the other one was done in 2011. They annexed Emmanuel Baptist and what was originally Davis and Davis, that's now changed names. But when that got done, and you're supposed to send those annexations into the state, and what brought this all about was when we done the new prep academy and Emmanuel, or the Stanton Elementary. When I sent it into the state, it didn't have records through the state where I sent it in previous years, because they said it had an error between when Rodney Hall done the description that he has to supply to the state and the plat didn't match. So because those didn't match, they're still legal, but they need fixed so that the state will accept them on a state level and update the state maps. So that's what I'm doing. I had another engineering or surveying company come in.
Yeah.
They fixed that. I submitted it to the state, and they said with what the new surveys, all the pins match the deed description or the description that the surveyor has to supply. So now, once I had to do a new ordinance showing that we're fixing those erroneous errors to fix it at the state.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to.
Okay.
accept it.
Motion on that second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. The next items go together, 6 and 7, are our second reading of, ordinance to annex into the city limits 776 West College Avenue, which is Stanton Elementary, and 105 Academy Way, which is the Prep Academy. So you need to note the change in address from 1131 Stanton Road to 105 Academy Way. Can I have a motion on that?
I make a motion.
Okay. Second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And the next one is a suggestion for the new street name. It's currently Marshall Street would go into Lisa Lane, but they would like to have that Lisa Lane changed to a new name. So I suggested Northview Drive, because I guess I was there. But obviously would need agreement from the city council to move ahead with that, so what are your thoughts?
Just to be clear, the original Lisa Lane's gonna stay.
Yes,
This is from where it breaks
Yeah.
at the airport extension down through.
Yeah.
past Easton, which
Yeah, Marshall Street, and there's a little bit this way, and then it starts to go
How
down.
many residents on there?
2. Oh, well, I guess there's more. 4.
4 residents.
We already talked to the one, because they were, I guess, originally they thought that was the only one was on there, residents, but they didn't realize that Lisa Lane went all the way around, so we'll have to talk.
Well, it needs to be identified for the 911 mapping too.
Yeah, and that's, Justin's here, and we just bring that to you, or how does that, how would you like us to proceed on that?
Well, I mean, the city street portion, I guess, would be up to you guys to name, in my opinion, because it's your all street.
Okay.
But now, I believe, and you can check on that map, that that tail end of Lisa Lane is private, and that's in the county, right? Is that where the city limits?
We looked at it,
I think their address is.
their address
Their
is,
address
is Lisa Lane, yes.
But, I know a lot of roads that we have, so they're city or county maintained up to a certain point, and they can turn private. Which,
So are we saying that
All that's in the city.
the,
No, some
the,
ain't.
East College Avenue side of
Yeah.
Lisa Lane will stay Lisa Lane?
No.
Well,
That-
Can we
behind
go,
my house.
can we go north and south?
Behind my house would
Lisa
stay,
Lane?
and behind Save-A-Lot,
Yeah.
that would stay Lisa Lane,
Lisa
all
Lane.
the way past Butch Morris's house, all that's Lisa
Right,
Lane.
and it'll dead end there,
Dead end.
Right.
and then it'll pick up on the other side as a new street.
North,
Well,
or whatever,
yeah, whatever we,
it
whatever.
makes sense to make it a new street name. But-
Yes.
And we,
Yeah.
I would recommend continue it even on the private part. But I
All the
guess
way
that-
around.
That kind of brings my next question is,
But that's
we,
the county.
yeah, it's in the county.
But don't you
so
name it, don't you name the
I,
roads?
yes, I would normally, and I guess we probably need to come up with some kind of agreement, if that's what you all want, for us to continue on to name
I
for
think we can do that as a
purposes.
motion.
Well, I think it, well, we probably need to, like, maybe get it on paper, get a draft passed out to
Because
everybody.
if it's in the city, if it's your all street, then.
All
I
we're
feel
wanting
like
to do
you
is
all
suggest a
name
name.
it.
We're gonna suggest a
Yeah.
name. to
Yeah.
use.
And as long as it's not a
It's
duplicate,
up on
that's
your
what we.
screen now.
There you go.
So right where it turns yellow is where it ends out of the city limits that on
Yeah.
Lisa Lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe in the address is what.
Yeah, they still stays Lisa Lane, but they're out of city.
Now,
Some of those
Will
addresses
you
are out of city
rename
limits.
that portion of the private
You're saying
county
it's-
road?
you're saying
We'll have
private's
to,
gonna stay
because
Lisa
it
Lane?
can't be something
That's
different,
what it's
you know,
showing on
it needs to
there.
be a continuation.
Well, that's gonna be
So
very-
if we'll make the suggestion Northview Drive,
Yes.
then, and you guys agree with that, that'll
Yeah.
continue?
And then per our county ordinance, I would have the authority to name that to whatever matches it.
Okay.
But I guess we need to,
But the city don't have a naming ordinance, right?
Yeah.
So the county applies.
I don't know,
I've never
Lakeview.
noticed that.
The problem I have is if that stays Lisa Lane at the end,
It won't, he just said he's gonna rename
He-
it.
he's
I
gonna-
will rename it.
If we suggest it and he accepts it, then he'll rename it,
Yep,
correct?
yeah,
Okay.
we'll have to for 911 purposes.
And we don't have, is this a first reading or just we just?
I thought you were just getting like the suggestion, like
Suggestion,
get
so we
finalized,
make a,
and
we
then
make
we
a
can
motion
kinda go from
to
there.
accept, okay.
Yeah.
Have a motion to accept that part of Lisa Lane as Northview Drive. All right, second?
say,
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
You want, or do you want an email?
You want me to send you an email?
Yeah, that would be better.
Or
Okay.
So I guess I can go
Huh?
ahead.
Lakeview, Northview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minutes?
And
Like
are they,
you.
I guess I'm at a point,
That's all
to
Tom's apartments
know,
right in
I'll need
there.
a point to know where it changes over. Is it just gonna be, are they gonna bring that road up to, what's that, Eastview or Westview?
Yeah,
As a
that,
four-way?
no, it's
yes,
going
yeah, it is gonna be.
to that house,
Where there, it's a
Right.
stop, all four-way stop.
Markham House right past the airport.
Do you
But it'll
have
be
the
a four-way stop,
Right.
take that left,
Yeah.
that will
Yeah,
turn into
yes,
Northview.
correct. I can get you a map of it too, yeah.
Yeah, because they provided us one, didn't they?
Yes,
So I was
they
gonna say,
did.
we could get him the map.
Yeah, I'll send it to
Last
you.
time I talked to them, they couldn't give me a definite answer on where they were gonna end the road at that time.
Yeah. You mean on the Lisa Lane?
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
a couple
it
years
ends
ago.
right just past
Right
Markham.
Butch Morris,
Or
Butch
Mar-
Morris's,
Is it Markham or Morris?
Butch Morris, and then there's one more house past Butch's on the Save-A-Lot side. All right, and then there's the runway, and then the next house past runway is Hoot Markham's,
Yeah.
and whoever else is
Yeah,
there.
there's, I
Who's
didn't, we
the
thought
only
there was
one
only
there?
two, but I guess there's four.
Hoot's the only one there that faces,
That faces 15.
that's on Lisa
Yeah.
Lane.
But we probably, we have updated pictures.
So that next one
Yeah,
faces
we do.
east.
I've got
Eastview
it.
Drive.
Should have given it to you. Okay, rental discussion. We have inquiries for the old Wilsey building back here. Most of them have been to establish a restaurant, and which would be a good thing, obviously, down here. But the issue that all of them have brought to my attention, and I haven't been the one to show them all the time, Teresa and Ann have also, is the vent in the hood and the grill.
The lack thereof.
Yeah, it's not in there. She took everything out. So, pretty much all of them, if they're going to go in there and they're going to set up a restaurant, they would like the city to take care of the cost of the vent, the hood, and the grill. So we'll have a discussion about that. Tommy, I'll start with you. Your thoughts?
That's pretty common that they want their, but I think that has to extend, we have to have a longer lease, I would think, in that. If you're gonna put 30 to 40,000.
Yeah, the kind of a ballpark estimates we've got are somewhere between 34 to 38,000.
But once it's put in there, even if you lose your lease, it'd be easier to lease, I think.
Well, my thing is the hood and vent, I can see, I'm not sure, you know, what type of grill. I mean, there's different, if you're like doing steaks, they may want a flat top and an open flame. I mean, you kind of have to
Work with each.
see what they're wanting. If they just want the flat top.
Are we talking about leasing the property?
Rent.
No, rent.
I said lease, I'm sorry, rent.
Yeah, rent.
Well,
But
we'd have to have some kind of,
Contract.
for us to at least protect our interests. I mean, you'd have to have an extended contract to guarantee
Yeah,
that
that's what.
you're gonna have that coming in, because once they just say, hey, I can't make my payments, I'm gonna have to leave, and here we are with, and then another business comes in and says, hey, that's not the kind of stove I need or hood, you're gonna put in something else for me, so we're gonna get into that kind of problem with that. It's just my thoughts.
No, that's, we bounced that
So
out.
what happens, like, let's say I wanted to start a restaurant, I found a place to do it that wasn't a restaurant before, wouldn't I invest in that, my
Yes.
business money?
Yes, you
to-
will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then take it with me when I left, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
It'd be
according to
your
what your
but-
contract says.
It just depends.
According to what your
If
lease
you
says.
own
Some
it or
leases
lease
says
it, yeah.
anything you put in that's
stays.
permanent.
Well, if you put the
have to be-
Chantel stuff into a contract saying
Yeah.
this stays with whatever,
Stays, you
we
know.
can.
I mean, like a vent, you say, you know, something like that's permanent or changing the thing.
I mean, if it's whoever wanted to lease or rent, you know, as long as they designate in the contract that it's their property to take when they're
Yeah.
done, but to me, I'm like Billy,
I just don't know.
you gotta
if that-
protect yourself somehow. It's their-
Yeah.
It's
Well,
their
I mean,
stuff,
like I said, the vent and the hood,
and if it
I
tears
say,
up, we
but
pay for
when
it.
it comes to the grill, I'm not sure about.
It depends on the contract.
Well,
What,
What?
is that all we've had is restaurants?
No, we had a couple of non-restaurants, but they didn't really want to kind of pay what we were asking in terms of lease and rent.
How many square feet is that building over there?
1850.
1850 size.
Could be.
What about Jason? What do you think?
I agree with them, if we're gonna invest and put that much money in it, we would need some kind of extended lease, to try and protect our investment. Or write it into the contract that, you know, if they put it in, they can, you know, and go out, they can take it with them.
Take it with
Yeah. That's the only way I see to do it, and it makes sense.
I need to do some more research.
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
know
I
I
just-
don't know what's common there, and what's not
Right.
common as far as like the
Yeah, this-
government putting in.
this can't be the first time this has happened to us.
Right.
You know,
No,
It
I'm
probably
sure it
does,
has,
we've
but-
never put in a restaurant, but
But for us, yeah.
a lot of owners wanna put in their self because
Right, their own.
it's their building that you're putting there.
Yeah, it kind of
You put
surprised
in
me when you
cheap,
said they
you
were.
put in something cheap.
Yeah,
It would
usually
depend
they
on
bring
kind
their
of what
stuff.
kind of cooking they're doing.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's
As
what,
to
they'll
what
have to have deep
Kind
fries,
of
they'll have to
equipment
have,
they
you know,
need.
a salad bar and all
But
these
we
things
could
they
turn
have.
Mary?
that into apartments too.
I agree with you.
Okay.
We definitely
Dixie?
do that.
Like I say, I think, you know, a hood and a
Oh, yeah.
vent, I can go with, but I think a grill, you know, almost have to have them bring their own.
I'm in agreement with
Okay.
that somewhat, but.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
is that a general
hood
agreement
is-
then
an
from
event
the
is something
council
more
then?
permanent.
We can go back to them and say, look, if you, you know, wanna bring your restaurant here, basically you'll have to pay for
You
the
agree?
event and the hood and grill.
Or see if we can find prices on event in the hood, to see, you know, how
Yeah,
much
what
that
it
is compared to the, and, you know, maybe that's something.
Yeah, we
could put
definitely don't
in.
wanna put it in and move it.
Was there a vent in
Once you
there?
go through the
There
roof.
was a vent.
No, she never had
At
it.
one time.
No, the event's there.
The
She
vent's
never
there,
had a
but it
hood
won't
vent.
pass.
No, she never had a hood
inspection.
vent, but
That
she
has to
had.
be redone.
And that's the thing too, that
Yeah.
you know, who we bought it off of, if they'd left their equipment in there,
Yeah.
people coming in might be like, we don't want that, can y'all remove it for us?
So
So,
that could be.
yeah, people should bring their own equipment.
Yeah, I think we should get a price on that, because it is an investment in economic development, which we do need, but
If
just
it's something
so we're
universal.
not, if it's reasonable, but
I-
maybe we get, I don't think buying a grill's a good idea, but I think if we get a price on fixing that vent hood to where somebody can put a grill in there easily.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
wanna
probably based on, kind of what I've talked to with folks, you know, events and a hood, probably gonna be 15,000 or something.
Well, what if somebody wants to put a flower shop in there? Now you're gonna have to pack all that stuff up and get it out to put your flower shop in.
But you don't wanna be pulling a hood and vent out, cause you're
No.
going through the roof. and
Yeah,
Once you go through that roof, you don't want them pulling it out when you're done.
yeah, that's a lot
I
more work.
think that's something, I'm agreeing if they wanna buy their.
Okay, generally, is that what we're thinking? Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, does the vent in the hood need to be sized to whatever size grill
Yeah, it'd have to be
process that you have to be?
a code, yeah. a follow code.
So it would have to, whatever is put in there by someone else would have to match what's up
What's
above.
there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we'll communicate,
And then what do you
with
want
the-
vent fires?
the folks and anybody else that does inquire. Basically, if they're gonna have a restaurant, then they'll have to supply their own, that particular area, okay. Okay, and number 10 is the first reading of the speed limit ordinance, and there are going to be 2 of them. I believe we've got West Railroad. Is this the second reading or first reading?
First reading.
First reading, okay, yeah. West Railroad and Holman Drive at 25 miles per hour. Any discussion or,
Is it that West Railroad from
The
From
entire-
Halls?
entire
From
thing?
Hall.
From Main
Main.
Street.
from Main Street all the way down to
All the way.
Holman, or, no, I guess through Holman,
Yeah.
yeah.
Turn
Turn
into
to
Holman
Holman,
there.
okay, gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, and Holman's included, that's like a cut through from Maple
Yeah.
Hall, so,
Yeah.
with the neighborhood, so you get a lot of cut through traffic.
Yeah, I was just making sure we wasn't going.
Cause the whole entire West Railroad, all the way up to Main, it's narrow,
I
and
agree.
bridge, they've made it better.
They've currently got a
but-
35 is what they put up.
Yeah,
So this ordinance
25.
reading is including Holman going all the way to the end to Maple Street,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
it
It's
has
an
its
extent.
entire.
Yeah, it'll make
Yes,
that
makes
curve.
extent.
Correct. Have a motion for that?
And make a motion.
All right, second?
I second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? Motion. And the next one is the Marshall Street and the FAA. I talked to them about it. They want it to be 30 miles per hour. There is a curve there, I guess.
30?
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I said, what about 35? I said, most of them are 35. They said 30. That's what their study showed them.
Yeah. Well, it's not a very long street either.
No, it's not long. There is a curve, pretty good curve.
Well, I know, but you usually just see 25, 30, 40, 30.
Yeah.
Will there ever, I know, it doesn't flood, does it flood through there, will there
It
ever be
won't.
housing on that?
No,
Oh,
at some
won't
point?
be houses.
No.
Oh,
I can
If
never
they,
see
it
that.
does flood, you're talking about Marshall Street where it's.
It'll flood up to
Yeah.
that street, I bet, but
Okay.
I don't think it'll go
yeah, they
over
put it
so-
above the
Yeah,
floodplain,
they put it
the
above it.
100-year
Anybody that
floodplain.
built would have to do the same.
It's above that.
And that place was a swamp to begin with.
Oh,
It
yeah.
couldn't be built up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Any motion for that?
Make a motion.
All right, second. All in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? All right, motion carried. All right. Number 11 is to promote Jacob Rogers to sergeant. Grant, you address that with us, please?
This week got a 2 sergeant slots here at Stampede, and haven't noticed I've been field for quite a while. It's just filling a spot, is what it is, but I think the spot's already there.
And basically it would be a pay increase, besides the title, it would be a pay increase,
Yeah,
right,
it's
from
not a pay increase.
21 to 22.
Teresa, y'all,
Anything from the city on that?
Make a motion, we have that too.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We have, Tommy will let you address this. This is for Winterfest, correct?
Yeah, 3 additional.
Leva, Isaacs, Dakota Wilcox, and Carly Bailey at $10 an hour, is that correct?
Starting, yeah.
Okay, starting at 10. We will need a motion, separate motion for each of those. So, got a motion for Olivia Isaacs to be hired at the park for $10 an hour for Winterfest.
I'll make a motion.
Second? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Dakota Wilcox,
Make a motion.
all right, second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Carly Bailey,
Make a motion.
all right, second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carried.
Mayor, for clarification, that's the whole period of the Winterfest festivities, not just the one night?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that lasts 30 days, Winterfest?
That's more than that.
A little bit more.
It's the whole month of December,
December plus
week
one
and a half
day.
in
2
November.
or 3
Okay.
days.
Yeah, but it's only 30 days, so.
Then you take the,
I'd say 6
take
weeks
Christmas
total.
out.
Okay, this is coming from the Park and Rec Board, 2 appointments that they recommended. The first one is it Carmel Noble. Tommy, you guys are on there. The only issue that I talked to both of them, if we want Carmel to be there in person, for every meeting, she cannot do that. December and January, she is down in New Orleans for winter. And I don't know whether,
Talk about Zoom or, no.
yeah, she said she could do Zoom.
But it would be something we would have to look into and set up in order to, I think it's still allowed if I'm not.
I believe it is.
Yeah, there's a process with the Open Meetings Act. You
Yeah.
gotta, it's gotta be open to everybody.
Yes.
I don't know whether Chad was aware of this or not.
I don't know, I've not,
That's the first I've heard of it.
Huh?
news to me.
First I've heard of it.
Yeah. I saw it on there, went on an application, she said, can you be at all the meetings? She's put maybe. So I said, well, can you clarify that for me? She said, well, normally in December and January, I'm in New Orleans.
Honestly, it's, I know that they're very favorable of her as far as like her being.
Right.
her
Yeah, I mean,
qualifications and stuff.
talking to her, she's well.
But it may be best to make sure that we can get our infrastructure lined out to maybe
Before we
forward that on that one. We should probably table that.
Okay.
put it off a month.
That's
If
fine.
everybody else is in agreement, I hate to speak.
Yeah,
for them.
that's something we need to talk about.
And then do y'all have a rule about how many times they can miss
Yes,
and not?
there is a
be
rule.
Yeah,
taken?
there is.
Yes, there are.
And that's gotta be addressed.
Well, and see, we don't, and if we don't know, you can write the rule, add to the rule and say they can Zoom if there's reason to do that.
That's gotta
Everybody's
be
in
addressed.
agreement, but that's gotta be written into it as
Yeah.
well. So, right now, we
If
don't have
we're
that.
even willing to do that, I
Yeah,
don't know.
so,
That's gotta be
I
talked
mean, we
about.
need to talk
You
about it.
guys will.
Well,
All right.
we'll pass it next
We'll
month.
just
that's
table
okay.
this one then.
Yeah.
Okay. The next is Shannon, how do you say that? Favard? Sorry.
Favard.
Favard, okay.
If I'm wrong, sorry.
How about Smith or Means? Be a lot easier.
I'm sure I'm wrong.
But anyway.
Say the name again.
No, don't, Mark, don't do
No,
that.
the first name.
Shannon,
Shannon.
sorry.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to make you.
I know you were. Okay. I had a talk with her, and I guess you guys it's coming as a recommendation. She seems to be very well qualified.
Yep.
Has a lot, I think, to offer to the Parks and Rec. So with a motion from someone, all right, second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Floodplain coordinator appointment. Arthur Ashley has moved to Prestonsburg, so he's out of the community as we know it. I talked to him today, told him that, again, I thought it would be best if we're going to have a floodplain coordinator that they be within the city. as such, and he agreed with that. And so, talked with Ann Snowden, and Ann is willing to do that. So, we'd like to appoint her as floodplain coordinator.
Come with any kind of pay or anything?
Yeah, it's $150. Is it $150?
Arthur got $150 a month.
$150 a month. Have a motion on it? Okay,
Make a
second?
motion.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All, any opposed? All right. The next one is longevity incentive pay for employees. This has to do with Christmas, but we can't call it a bonus or anything. But we did this last year, and for those that have been here more than a year, it was $500, and for those less than 1 year, it's $250. Do I have a motion to accept that? All right, second? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, motion carried. Christmas holiday, like to allow our staff and employees, I guess Christmas is on Thursday, and we'd like to be closed on Friday, and then our employees can use their vacation or sick time for the holiday. Have a motion on that?
We don't just give them holiday pay on that day, or what?
We would have to add that too,
You'd have to add that to it.
That's something, we might look at that.
for the next year, yeah.
Well, it
Something-
may not always fall on that.
No,
No, it doesn't, that's,
next year it'll be Friday.
it'll be Friday.
Friday and Saturday.
Never mind.
Motion, all right,
Motion.
got that, second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Motion carried. Just gotta catch up here. I'm not turning fast enough. Okay, review of our October year-to-date budget. We should be right at 33.3%. If you look at the total income, it's at 36.1%. And then our expenses are at 31.1%. So overall, we are, doing, I think, pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I just think we need to amend some stuff in maybe January or something.
Yeah, we-
to
yeah.
So that we can finish out the second half with a more accurate overview of what we
Yeah.
got, but other than that, I think it's good.
Yeah, and some of the grants we're gonna have to add on there too. So, and we'll know a little bit more when we get the, Paint Creek, bids in, then we'll know what we need to add.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion, all right, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carried. The tourism, you wanna go into closed session? Okay. We're gonna have a motion to go in closed session, KRS 611815, for a potential litigation.
I'll make that
on
motion.
it. All right, second. All in favor? All right,